Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am an online presenter and also a doctor by profession. Today's session is about God and you. When we don't talk about God or spirituality, what happens is we feel constantly disconnected. And at one point, it just explodes and creates lots of issues. Why or what do we think about who God is? God is the creator of the universe, and he is the only one who created it. Truth is his name. He is the doer, he is fearless, without enmity, and immortal. God is unborn and self illuminated. His realization comes through the grace of a teacher. God is the beginning of truth, and truth through ages. He shall remain the truth today and forever. You must understand that by pondering, one cannot have the conception of God. Even though a person may think millions and trillions of times, even when one is silent and remains constantly absorbed, one cannot conceive the Almighty. A person remains hungry even after amassing all the worldly valuables. A person may acquire millions of skills, but none would follow him in the life hereafter. So, we always ask within ourselves, how can one become one with the truthful, and how can one dispel the veil of illusion? You can only do so by obeying the preordained command of the Almighty and surrendering to His will. By God's order, forms are produced from elements. His order cannot be described. By His command, beings are created, and His order creates greatness. By his command, some are high and some are low, some suffer pain and some get comfort. Everyone and everything follows his orders, and no one is beyond his command. Whosoever understands his order can never be proud. Those who are endowed with sight sing about his might. Those who have felt his grace sing of his blessings. Some sing of his noble virtues, and some sing about his varied philosophies. Some sing of his creations that have been reduced to dust. Some sing of his absolute power and restore life. For some people, he appears to be far away, and for some, he beholds us face to face. And thus are endless discourses about him. God is the generous bestower who continues giving us, but we, the recipients, get satiated and wearied. Through the ages, his creation receives his bounty. The supreme commander makes each one walk his path. The people who are truthful take his name with infinite love. We ask and beg from him again and again, and he bestows his gifts endlessly. What offering we could possibly make to get a glimpse of his court, or what words we could be uttering to win his love. The best way is, in the ambrosial hours before dawn, chant the true name and reflect on his greatness and glory. It is through the past deeds we have been granted this human birth, and by his grace we attain salvation. Understand this, that the true one is one and the only above all else. God can neither be manifested nor created. Those who have served him have been honored. With the Lord's love in your heart, sing and listen to his praises. Thus you shall shed pain, and happiness shall dwell within you. If I could please the Lord, that would be my holy dip. Without pleasing him, what use is this pilgrimage and bathing in all the holy places? Without good acts, all the created beings that I see around me are neither granted nor attain anything. Listen to the God's teachings that reveal to you the gems, jewels, and rubies in your inner self. If one's age equals 4 yugas, and even if it becomes 10 times more, or a person be known in the 9 planets and all the people follow that person, one may have earned name, attain praise and renown in the world. Yet, if his gracious glance does not fall on him, then no one will care for him. He will be counted a vermin amongst worms, and even sinners will point fingers at him. God grants virtues to the non virtuous, bestows pity on the pious, as no one else can bestow such blessings on him. By listening to the holy teachings, the seeker acquires the state of spirituality. By listening to God's name, one realizes the vastness of earth, universe, and the nether world. By listening to his name, death cannot torment man. The devotee is ever in a blissful state. By listening and reciting the Lord's name, pain and sin are destroyed. By listening to his name, even the evil sing Lord's praises. By listening to Lord's praises, one gets into a state of true bliss, and knowledge dawns on him about the secrets of existence. By listening to Lord's name, truthfulness, contentment, and divine knowledge dawns. By listening to his name, a reward equivalent to cleansing bath at all the holy places of pilgrimage is attained. By listening and constantly reciting God's name, one attains honor and enters into deep state of meditation. By listening to his name, a person dives deep into the oceans of virtue and gains the status of scholar, the spiritual guide, and king. Listening shows the way to the blind. By listening, the unfathomable is grasped. Devotees are ever in bliss. A person who truly believes in God's name, to him comes the wisdom of the divine. The believer attains knowledge of all spheres. The worshipper does not get blows on his face and thus is not disgraced. The one who obeys the Lord of Death, such is the name of the perfect God. The believer faces no obstacles in his path and departs with honor and renown. The believer is one who does not walk in the worldly ways of rituals. The believer acts sincerely and righteously. Such is the name of the Immaculate Lord. The one who obeys the Lord is a rare person who understands the state of bliss thereof from such obedience. Thank you.